good day, good night, all. Shalom, paradise. Back up in the lab one more again, continuing the Texas series. Another legend in the building with me, the one and only OG Wood, former Straight Profit artist, screwed up click member, father, so much more. We're gonna get into the build, man. Welcome to the broadcast, sibling. What do you do?
Salute, salute. I salute to you, all everybody, man. I'm blessed to be here. Thanks for having me, man. I'm real humbled at this moment right now. Thanks for having me.
Definite, man. Well, listen, it's an honor to even have the you on the broadcast, you know what I mean? And having so many of the historical guests that I've had who have provided such interesting, entertaining, enlightening music, you know what I mean, through
Right,
the
right.
golden era. Um, Screw did that there, man. You know what I mean? And
Yes,
y'all
yes, he did. Yes, he did. Indeed.
it
Yes.
facilitated us globally, not just in that not just in that great state of Texas, you know what I mean? Not just in the wilderness of North America. I'm talking worldwide. You know what I'm talking about? We felt that movement, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about at this point in 2020, y'all got some stories to tell, man. You know what I'm saying? It's been too long, man. So that's
Yes,
one of the
that's the beautiful thing of it, that some of us are still here to tell a story. And the sad thing is that a lot of those legends are true to the heart legends. They didn't get to tell their own stories. So, I'm honored to still be here, and I'm lucky and blessed to be able to tell my own story right now.
true indeed, sibling, man. True indeed. So before we jump into the DeLorean and things, um, let's and this is the only way we can start this build off, right? 2020
Right.
zombie apocalypse. What it do, man? How have you been affected? Trustfully, not too much. Paint me a vivid picture of this here, man.
Oh man, it's a series of awakenings. Every morning I wake up, I have the first 40 days of Corona. I think I lost 40 friends. They weren't all Corona. They weren't Corona related. Some of them weren't,
Mm,
and whatever ailment they had prior to the Corona ended up being their demise. And I was hurt. I have a lot of friends that are younger than me, and I feel like they are better human beings than myself. The It seems like the good people. And I haven't had anyone close, but just a lot of people I grew up with, their friends, their families, people I just know, I genuinely know.
mm,
And the numbers are ridiculous. But I've been good. My family's been good. I have my youngest son is incarcerated in GIS unit in Beaumont, Texas, and he had actually contracted the virus. He had about 2 weeks where he wasn't feeling too good. He
mm.
had about 3 days that it was, the pain and all that. The intensity of it was like at level 7, but they have their facility on lockdown, and I haven't really been able to get in contact with them since the Corona, and that's the one that actually touched me the most. He had it in 2 weeks, it was done. The 3 days he said he was in pain, but I haven't had to. They let him call a few times, but I haven't had to have the normal contact that I did before. And other than that, man, it's been a blessing. I'm a soldier. I'm a barber also, so the Corona did affect my job. I did stop cutting hair. I did get back into it, and it's here and there because a lot of people aren't working, and hey,
Yes.
but I'm a soldier. I opened up a shop in the middle of it. I reopened. I stopped working at a big shop. I got my own suite, little
Hmm.
office suite, and I'm away. I keep it clean every 2 weeks. I have all the proper COVID-19
Yes.
preparations, and I'm good, and it's working, and it's gonna grow. But some days there's nothing going on because there's no money right now.
True
But
indeed, man.
other than that, I'm dropping music, I'm dropping videos. It's
Yeah,
up for me.
it
The
don't
worst
it
the worst year is the best year.
well, this is it, and I've noticed from conversations and from personal experience and from seeing associates, friends, etc. as you say, it's taking negatives and trying to turn it into pluses. You know, bad
Yes.
situations. You know, how can, for instance, somebody who's been laid off from work, what can they do apart from obviously trying to seek gainful employment? What else can they do with their time? Can they maybe look at discovering a creative element of themselves, like painting or drawing? Could they maybe look at
Yes.
some
Yes.
books, maybe spend some more time with some family and stuff? So, it's all about
Yes.
utilizing the time as wisely as possible in these uncertain times.
Correct. Correct. I believe right now, all my kids went to college. I'm blessed to be able to have my kids go to college. Of course, me and my wife made enough money that wasn't free, but our kids have been to college. They graduated, and I always push that. I push three things. I'm not really a political person. I push paying taxes, voting, and sending kids to college. Anything else, the United States or whatever the world wants to demand from a human, I'm not worried about that. But in my mind, in my heart, in my soul, I believe in crafts. I believe in skills.
Mm,
I believe in arts. I believe in things you do with passion. I think you need to go for it because I'm 46. I was cutting hair at 15. I was rapping at 15. I had salesman jobs, car salesman, roof salesman, roofer,
mm,
welder, and all those things were strenuous and not really what I wanted. And it seems I'm 46 and I'm cutting hair and rapping. Things I was doing in my garage at 15 that I could have took
yeah.
on a path earlier, but in my mind, I want to go to college. College isn't for everybody. I wanted to be an electrical engineer.
Shit.
I wanted to be an electrical engineer. I say I like science. I like math, and 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 I ended up going to college, TSU, Texas Southern, in third ward of my school, and I went 3 years for nothing.
Mm.
I changed my major from electrical engineering to philosophy and psychology,
Whoa.
which which I use while I'm cutting hair.
I can imagine some excellent skills to
Yeah,
have.
yeah. So I learned that my car salesman taught me customer service, and I use that in the barbering. My roofing taught me hard work. I use that in the barbering. But these are things I was doing as a kid, and if I went to barber school at 17,
Mm.
I
Things would
probably
be,
have three. I probably have three or four barbershops.
hey, sibling, you'd have 16
Yes,
motherfucking
yes,
barbershops and shit, man. You'd have an
yes, man.
empire,
Yes,
man. Okay.
yes, empire type stuff. Yeah,
Glad to
but I believe
hear.
in skills. I believe in skills. I believe working with your hands. I ask every kid or every person I really talk to. I say, "What makes you you?" And I might not never get the right answer, but I'm pretty sure they think about it after they leave me.
Definite, and sometimes those are the questions to ask, and sometimes maybe not even once. Next time you see that individual, have you got an answer
Yes,
to that question, or are we still
yes,
searching for it? If you found it, all good, but at least it's inciting that thought to make people say, you know what, maybe what I thought I wanted to do, or maybe I wasn't even thinking about tomorrow, for instance, or the next year. I'm just living today.
correct. Mm-hmm.
It's yeah, man.
Yeah,
That's good to hear, man. And I'm glad to hear that that your son's doing well and stuff, health wise.
correct.
Um, and you haven't personally been too affected within this year, man. It's good to hear, man. Good to hear.
Yes. I have
Okay.
a grandmother also. She's 98 and she's in a like the old folks home, senior living home,
Mm,
and I can't get to see her. They won't let us in. They changed it to one person on the visitation list, things of that sort. But I know I'm gonna do something special. I'm gonna go make a snowman right outside her window. Since I can't go inside, I'm
yeah,
gonna go make a snowman outside her window. I'm gonna find the snow. Even if it doesn't snow, I'm gonna make her a snowman.
you gonna do something, man. Is it them snowmans?
Yeah.
Is grandma staying then, sibling?
Yes, man. Yes, man.
Definite, man. Okay. So let us rewind some time. Let's jump in the DeLorean and let's go back before there was OG Woods. Um, where were we born and raised, sibling?
Oh, say,
Where was you born and raised at,
where was
sibling?
I born?
Yep.
Okay, I was born and raised in Houston, Texas, St. Luke's Hospital, June 26, 1974, 11:31 p.m. That's why I like the night. I'm a night owl. Yeah, I was born in Houston, Texas, in the medical center downtown, right by third. Where I'm right in Third Ward, where I was born. That's why I love my hood. I love where I come from. I love my upbringing.
Mm. Third Ward, Texas. So can
Yeah.
we be precise? Where did we actually grow up within the Third Ward?
Oh man, this my story is. There may be a few people with my same story. A lot of people like to say they have the only story, but a lot of we're all human and we all come up in the same era. We see the same things.
Hmm.
But I actually grew up on the good side of Third Ward. I grew up on South McGregor and North McGregor. This is the McGregor Bayou. There's a
Hmm.
bayou in between, and there's mansions on both sides of the bayou. The brownstone big mansions,
Yes.
100-foot pine trees. Yes, I grew up across the freeway from Beyonce. Me and
Yay.
Beyonce, we and Beyonce were little kids in Third Ward, and our parents were almost, half a millionaires or millionaires because
Mm.
that's the neighborhood we lived in. And I end up going through the crack phase, and my mother and father had a divorce, and I end up being on the other side of the track. So I have both mentalities. We only look at the world from our perspective, from
Hmm.
where we are from our point of view.
Yes.
And me actually being born with everything, the rich kid, the Elroy Jetson of the block. I got big
Mm.
wheels, I got green machine, I got every toy you can think of. I had it as a kid, and then to go to 5 years later, same kid, no
Mm.
food in the pantry, mother on drugs, mother father divorced, going back and forth every day.
Yeah.
I went to 11 schools.
That it was that through moving homes and stuff like that, or
I went to 11 schools, and it's that tells you my my life wasn't stationary. There was the foundation wasn't there.
hmm hmm
It wasn't that I wasn't good at school. It was just, going through the turmoils of a divorce. My mother and father fighting for custody. And then there was the weekends thing. And of course, those type of kids who got to make new friends and end up fighting their
yes.
first day of school type of stuff. Every scenario is just all over again. And it actually became my identity. That's who I am. Most people who are adults, they don't address the problems that they go through as a child or even deal with them or recognize them, and that's something that you have to do. And I learned that in my life that it was real unstable, and I was able to be like a cat and just, it doesn't matter.
Mm.
I can fall right back on my feet. I can fall right back on
Mm.
my feet. And everyone is not, everybody is not able to do that, and that's just who I am. I'm from both sides. Then you have the people who are in the middle. They're straggling on the fence, the middle class. You got the rich and the poor, and the people in the middle, and they all have their own perspectives and ways of life. And a lot of people cling to me because it's not. You can assume, well, yeah, he still looked like the little rich kid. Then you see my scars and everything I've been through. But like, nah, he came up rough, and I'm really not either or. I just look at things from both perspectives.
You had in essence the best of both worlds, and you had
Yeah.
both experiences, so you can see the pitfalls, the highs, the lows, and everything in between. Was that as a youngster, was that pretty challenging for yourself, going through that, or was you a pretty resilient youth?
Oh man, I had ashy knees and dirty shoes, man. I embraced it. I embraced it. It wasn't easy task, but I whooped the bully everywhere I went. I got him. Everywhere I went, the bully was there. I got him. Sometimes I didn't actually beat him, but I did enough to him to where he ain't bully nobody no more.
Yeah.
Not me or nobody else.
Mm.
Yeah.
And that's what we need, people to actually be standing up to these bullies, man, in real life as
Yes, yes,
adults as
because
well, man.
that's the power of life, the power of the government, the power of a whole bunch of things all deal with bullying. It's just a part of life. Extortion, it's just a part of life. just pushing and pressing people. But you know, I had my back against the wall forever, so you know, I embrace it. I run to my challenges. I don't run from anything.
This is it, man.
Mm.
Nothing has changed. It's just the game has slightly advanced.
Yes, yes,
Same shit, different toilet, unfortunately.
yes, yes, very much so.
So as a youngster, what are we when did we first start to fall in love with music, and what was the genre that we was messing around with as a early youngster?
Oh man, I'm like overwhelmed with music mentors and things that actually just try to put it all over me. You
Yeah.
know, I got my father was he wasn't a DJ, but he had a record collection better than all of the DJs we knew. I had an uncle who was the same. He even had the old school reel to reels
Oh
with the
shit.
thick tape.
Yeah, yeah.
And I actually seen Richard Pryor, Red Fox, Esther. I've seen their live stand-up comedy off of tapes. I've listened to their live stand-up comedies off of the reel to reel tapes.
Mm.
And my brother I got 7 brothers and 2 sisters. So I have 2 older brothers that are DJs. I had another brother that was a break dancing, pop locking king. He actually he beat Turbo and Ozone from the movie Breaking. The guys Turbos and Ozone in the movie.
For
He
real?
actually, yeah, he killed those guys on Good Morning America, and I think I was in the 6th grade, and that it messed me up. You know, my older brother was the DJ, so he's the brother. Older brother's the DJ, the younger brother the break dancer. Somebody got to rap, but I'm the age gap is like, you know, they're like 4 or 5 years older than me, so.
Mm.
Um, that was my whole thing. Of course, my mother always had a piano in the house. I played instruments. I was a great trumpet player. Great trumpet player. I can read sheet music. I can write sheet music. I can write notes and sheet
Okay.
music.
Was
Of
that
course, I forgot it. You know, you stay away from it, you forget it. But
yes, of course.
I
Was
learned the
was
trumpet in
was
elementary. You know.
sibling was that did you sort of kind of perfect that craft after school, or was that all sort of via your
I
elementary
went to
teaching?
I went to McGregor Elementary. There's a guy named I can't forget his first name. There's a guy named McGregor, a Black history guy, hundreds of years ago, did a lot for Houston in Houston. And there's a McGregor Park, a McGregor Bio, and the McGregor Elementary School. That's the school I went to. It's predominantly Black, and it was advanced. It was an advanced school.
Oh.
I played the trumpet. While kids were playing kazoos,
Uh-huh.
I was already playing the trumpet and reading notes. So most people get into music like junior high, high school, and then I got friends who carried on and they did music in college, and they think they're better. They have a better ear than me, but I just sit back and look like that. You know. But I can read sheet music. I used to play memorized. I used to play memorized. Have memorized dissertations at the Thanksgiving Day holiday play, the Christmas play. I'd be up in the front by myself with a trumpet, no sheet music, no bandstand with the sheet music,
Okay.
just from memory. So I was doing that like 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade, and I got like kind of bored. So now I
Okay.
want to rap. My brother's DJing, Beastie Boys are out. I
Yeah.
want to rap. If the Beastie Boys can rap, if they can rap, I want to rap. And I transform a poem into a rap, a school poem into a rap.
What year we're
I
talking?
This is 7th grade. So 5th and 6th grade, you know, I was trying to morph away from the trumpet. I wanted to be the trumpet. I am the trumpet. My voice is now the trumpet. So I wanted to rap. And I rapped at 7th grade. Watch this, is crazy. At 7th grade YMCA, at the YMCA in 7th grade, I rapped a poem from elementary, well, a poem from it was 7th grade. It was a 7th grade poem. I don't know whose poem it was. I need to find out who poem it was because I plagiarized that thing. I plagiarized that thing, you know. So I'm up there, I'm reading, I memorized it and I'm rapping the poem, and it's a poem, but I made it into a rap. And that was 7th grade at the YMCA. Big Floyd was there. Everybody was laughing and crunking. I was like, they do all this for me. And I felt the embrace of entertaining, you know, because the trumpet is cool and everybody clap and, you know, it's kind of structured, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yes.
very structured, and don't be quiet and all that. So when I rap, then all it's my peers. The YMCA in the summertime, kids go to the broke kids. You go to the YMCA so you can get your lunch and something to do in the daytime.
Hmm.
And it's like age from 5 to like 12, and all those kids, everybody, man, everyone treated me a different way after I did that. And I was young, and I was just stepping out. MC Shan and LL Cool J and Run
Yep.
DMC, they was getting it. And once my brother leave, his studio equipment is right next to my room, so it's a wall.
Yes.
The studio equipment's right here. Serving Vegas speakers in the house, and then my bed is right there. Do I stay in bed or go in my brother's room? Man, I was like in 5th grade. They were in high school, and I was hanging with. Man, they did parties. King T from the Alcoholics.
Oh shit. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
King
Legends.
T, he a legend. He's from Third Ward. He lived on
What?
Nagel. Yes, he lived in Third Ward. Watch his story, and he gets mad when I tell it, but it's the truth. He stole my brother's turntables. The Techniques 1200s. He lived in
Shit.
Houston. He lived in Houston. He stole my brother's turntables. He moved back to Cali. And guess what happened?
Yeah.
Skyrocket.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Funky piano. Boom, 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 funky piano. Boom, just like that. And
Sibling. That
his name is
is
Roger.
it.
His name is Roger McBride. I know his mom. I didn't. I know his sister now, but I didn't know his sister then. But he lived in Third Ward. He DJ'd at KTSU. It used to be a radio station at TSU, the college,
Yeah.
and it was called KTSU Kids Jam. And during Kids Jam, um, King T, my brother was Sherman, Agent Fresh, Luscious Ice, Lester Sir Pace, and all these would have Kids Jam. So we'd be at home, you put the tapes in the tape recorder, you press record, play, and pause, and you're waiting because they're gonna play all the hip music, and I watched my brother DJ when I was in elementary, and I was like, you know what, man, I want to rap. I want to rap. I want to rap. Everybody like, man, you don't look like no rapper. Man, you act like no rapper. That's all right. I want to rap. But I got that. King T, my brother, they did parties. They did parties for U of H, the University of Houston, Texas Southern University, St. Mary's, the private school. They were doing parties at the private schools. Bonkers, bro. I was like, I'm an elementary kid. I'm packing a crate, so they're gonna let me come in. I was going in
Soundboy
clubs.
style.
Man, I was going to clubs, bro. Right hand to the man. I was going to clubs from 10 to 15. I was going to all the grown-up clubs. Hey, I'm with them. I'm just packing crates. It's gonna be all right. So I had a baby face. So they really thought I was younger than what I was. So it was cute, man. I seen the life, man. The culture of music, the break. Like my brother was breakdancing, the spray painting. It's all the culture of music, man.
Yeah,
It's all
yeah.
hip hop.
Hey,
And
you dropped a bomb. Would you dropped a bomb? I mean, King T from Third Ward.
yes,
I had no idea.
yes. He's from Cali, but he moved to Third Ward and he
Okay,
learned.
so he moved there. Sorry, I thought you
Yeah,
said okay. Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah. He moved when he was in high school. I was in elementary. My brothers were in high school, and for a 3-year period, King T was right there. Well, 3 years, and he was right there in Third Ward. Yes,
Man.
sir. He used to be skinny. He used to be skinny. It's my real skinny. Roger McBride, man. I used to sit on. He lived on Nagel and Rosalie. I lived on Live Oak and Rosalie. One block, 4 or 5 houses. Boom.
Yeah.
And my brother was the only one with turntables, and we was in the ghetto. We in the hood. He had turntables, Sir Vegas speakers. Man, party right in the house every night. And my mom would be out doing her thing, and we have cardboard on the kitchen floor, the
Spinning.
parachute pants, everything, all the whole 9 yards. They did routines, dude. They did routines, man. They had people coming out of the boxes, ticking. These dudes went to one high school. Man, these dudes go to do 3, 4 talent shows at schools. They weren't even going to the school. They going to school doing talent shows. So that's where I seen it. It was the making up the routines, the all of that made me want it. I seen it with my own eyes, and everybody's like, "How do you got an edge on everybody? How's Wood got an edge on everybody?" I really don't have an edge. I've been groomed, man. I was born in it, sworn in it, and my drawers got torn in it.
Soaking up the game, man. Soaking
Yeah.
up the game.
Yes.
So fast forwards, you're talking about, as you know, elementary times. You want to be a rapper and all that, baby face. You go into
Right.
these adult clubs and all that. There, as you say, you're soaking up all this game.
Yes.
When
Yes.
are we? And you've done your first your first rap and Big George Floyd, as you said, Rise in Paradise. So that brother, he was there, was
Yes.
like, you know what I mean? Um,
Yes.
when do we fast forward a little some? When do we start to really start to put it down? And the third ward was like, yeah, man, Wood's got something, still.
Well, the thing is, like I told you, I went to 11 schools and I moved a lot. So that whole just the neighborhood was Third Ward is the heart of Houston. You know, you go to Third Ward first, then you go everywhere else. It's just that's how it's been since the 70s, 80s, since my dad and my grandparents have been there 100 years. But I moved to the southeast side. I moved to Scarsdale. I moved to right behind Alameda Mall. I moved to a area that was like Clear Lake. It was real prominent, the rich side of Houston. That was, on a suburb level. So I was an inner city kid, and I got moved out of the city to where the area code changed and everything. So the school I went to was called Beverly Hills.
Shit.
My junior high. So if I say the school's called Beverly Hills and it's in a white neighborhood, so you already know. But I transferred there. I think I kind of slipped on the music, but MTV and Yo MTV Raps and stuff that came out. So I didn't really have to be around my brother DJing and dancing in the parties. I was just looking at it on TV. And like I said, man, in high school, ninth grade, me and my friends were just jiving around, and here we go. We're in ninth grade. Hey man, we're gonna have a group. We're gonna call H2O. What's H2O? Water, man. Water. I'm like, water. He's like H2O, hard to obtain, an acronym. Hard to obtain. I was like, okay, hard to obtain. We can't be held down. We flow like water. Cool. It's me, Mike Yo Simmons. Mike is a actor and a comedian now. Y'all probably see him. He's he does all types of views here to LA. But he's a videography type of dude. And we started a rap group. And he was, like I said, the clothes, we had the jumpsuits with the jumpers that you put the buckles on,
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
spray
yeah.
paint Bart Simpson. He was spray paint Bart Simpson on there, and our rap names on here, and it was bonkers, man. Mike. I can really contribute Mike to helping Mike Yo Simmons. Mike Yo, I contribute him to my rap career because he's black and Chinese. His father's real smart. His mom, smart. They rich. They got money. So we were just going buying clothes. It was just me and him. First, we were just buying the clothes. Go buy some jumpers. You gonna spray paint. Your mama done got you all this stuff. You gonna spray paint on it, and we gonna sell them. First I was the first one. Boom, here where he is. He's like, man, I ain't get the right response. I said, don't worry about it. Let me fix mine. Do me one. And when he did mine, a lot of people don't like to take things from you when it's just you, and they want to go
Yes.
around. They want to go around so they can get the hook up and all that junk. That's not business. But everybody, like, I was cutting hair, put nice flat top designs all around the jumpsuit. We gotta be a rap group. Yeah, we're gonna be a
Yeah.
rap group. And shit, summer football team is after football like this. We went to Marlon Taylor and Milton Taylor. They're twins. They're Jamaican. Their dad taught them the cello. One of them had a cello. The other one had a beat machine. Cello, beat machine, record, play on the radio. Boom, let's go. Do we need it? We need all that other stuff? No.
Nah.
And we did our first song, man. I was 15 years old. It's called Rookie Sensation. We're playing football, so we're playing. We're playing football, so I just assumed. Hey, Rookie Sensation. That's the name. We all going to college. You know how we think. We all going to college. D1. We going to the pros. So we did the song called Rookie Sensation, and he just played the cello. He just boom, 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 doom, 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 doom. And
Yeah.
that's the whole song, And Rookie Sensation, Rookie Sensation. It was just simple. And my name was Caleb. My name was Caleb at first, and I changed it. It was Suave, Swift, and Slick. Mike L was Suave because he's Chinese and black. He got the good hair, the slanted eyes. White girls, everybody love him. Swift, Gary Smith's name was Swift because he was a football star. He ran a 4.340 and could not be caught. He was fast. His name was Swift. And you know me, I'm just regular. I'm regular speed. I got hops. I can jump and, I can do punt returns real good, but I wasn't super fast. I wasn't super big, super strong, just real slick. Suave, Swift, and Slick, man. We had a group. We opened up for 3-2, God rest his soul.
Rising Paradise.
There's a club called Metronome behind Alameda Mall, 15 years old. My family had a funeral home.
So wait a minute.
I took the limousine. The limousine. Hey, buddy, we got these little Suave. We got this time we had hoodies, and everybody had the name Suave, Swift, and Slick, and we got the hoodies and the shorts. And I wanted to rap like Vuce Nickens, man. I wanted to be like Poor Righteous Teachers, man. Poor Righteous Teachers, man. That little dude from Poor Righteous Teachers, one of my favorite dudes. That's why I kind of got a high pitched flow style like him.
Yeah.
Rakim, my favorite, man. Scarface. I made my style out of 5 people. I chose Scarface, Rakim, Tupac, Spice One, and I forget who Pharaoh. Pharaoh from Street Military.
Pharaoh from Street Military. Yes.
So I put all those people, and this is Wood. This is who I am.
Yay. All right. So you're 15, opening up for 3-2.
Man, the convicts, 3-2 and Big Mike, man, that was crazy. My little brother's like, man, you was sweating and everything. Nigga, I was sweating because I was nervous. He said, man, y'all look like y'all was really, really, really. I said, you did do it for real. He's like, but you was sweating and everything. I said, duh. I was nervous as hell, 15, man. We got dropped off in the limo. My auntie was not coming back to pick us up. They seen us get out, though. We got out the limo.
Yay. Hey, so all right then. On the you opened up for the convicts, Big Mike and 3-2.
Man,
who else was on that there? Was it just them, or who else was on that?
It was that was a whole thing. I talked to the person who owned the club. And I'm 15 years old. They look at me like, fool, you not gonna get no 100 people in here. I say, man, I'm guarantee I'm gonna get 100 people. He say 3-2, and Big Mike already had the slot. Of course, they had somebody with them, but me being me, the crazy thing is I was a better businessman as a kid artist than I am as an adult. As a kid, I was really ambitious, and I was like, bro, I'm gonna guarantee you 100 people. And you're gonna give me 33%.
Rough.
I was a kid. And hey man, I'm just saying, a limousine? Shit, I go places no limousine now. But as a kid, there's a limousine getting paid from the door. Oh man, we had our own units. 3-2 and Big Mike had on Dickies. We had on our own stuff. Man, it was crazy. And it was crazy. And that just sparked it, our football careers was what they were. Mike played college ball. He ended up working at radio stations. He ended up being on Entertainment Tonight, and now he's doing comedy. He's always gonna be in front of the camera because Mike, he's like Shaquille. He like Shaquille O'Neal, just he big old. Those some people are just who they are,
Yes.
and it's crazy, but. After a while, we had, kind of struck up. We go back to the club and get in fights, and they was want to fight us after that. We was too young and too big. So the drum major from Dobie's, I went to J. Frank Dobie with Mike, Gary, and I. We all went to Dobie, and the drum major from the school had kind of like, heard about us doing our music and not knowing this Noah Alaman. He lives on my street. We both live in Sagemont, and he's 5 houses down. And he has a beat machine. So the cello and the little 4-pad drum machine, we left the 20s, Milton and Marlin. Sorry, bro, we had to elevate. But no, a lot of mine, he had an E-Sonic, and this is before the ASR 16. He had an EPS, E-Sonic, and a drum machine, a Kaya, a MPC drum machine way back then in high school. He's a senior in high school, and we're like freshmen.
Shit.
And we did an album. We ended up doing a compilation album called Texas Shootout. and I was like 18 years old, 19 years old, and
Uh,
I had 4 songs.
what was
Snipe ass.
was you still going by
Oh, the slick. Nah,
the
the
slick
slick
thing?
guy went to jail a couple times. He wasn't too slick. I changed to wood. I morphed into wood. I moved from Dobie to Clear Lake area to Missouri City, and fell up. That's why I fell up under Pharaoh and Street Military, and I followed those guys. You know, I had a grouping over there, but here I go again. My dad passed away, and I moved with my aunt, and here it goes again. I'm losing whatever connection to music I had. I'm kind of losing it. But me and Noah Lalamon, he went to school in Boston, so he went to college in Boston, and Mike went to Oklahoma, and I was still just here going to TSU back and forth, messing around. And I said, so I was skipping school going to 3-2s. You know, I already met 3-2 and opened up for him. So I'm skipping TSU going to 3-2's house in 1995. And I'm running behind Pharaoh, Flea, and Icy Hot and KB of Street
KB.
Military. And so I morphed into wood. I moved to Missouri City. My street was called Hammerwood. I didn't want to get in trouble. I didn't want to get in trouble peddling my little bud. And so it's like my neighborhood was Kirkwood. My first house in Third Ward was on Live Oak. This house is Hammerwood. I lived in an apartment on Braeswood. I lived in an apartment on Larkwood. And it's just
makes
every
sense.
Hood got a wood. You know what I'm saying? A street. Heatherwood, Clarewood, all these streets. I lived on in San Antonio. I lived on Woodstone. When I lived in San Diego, I lived on Woodman. And it's just all throughout my life. And I'm like, you know what? I don't want nobody to know Quentin is peddling weed. So everybody just gonna call me Wood. Hammerwood. The street is called Hammerwood. No, this is Herbwood. We're gonna take the ER and we're gonna add a B. We're gonna add a B, and it's Herbwood, and it's my street. And that's the crazy thing. Everybody be laughing, bro. I created my own street. I turned my street into whatever, however bad it got. I did that, and most people don't do that. Most people go and flock on and do what somebody else is doing. But I turned my street, and I told everybody as a kid that I would do. Right now, you see my posters.
Yeah.
I told them I would do this, and I'm gonna put our street name on the map, and that's my name, Wood. Man, every street I represent had a wood in it, some way, somehow. If I was on this street, the side street was connected to it. It had a wood on it, and I promise to God, that's the right hand to the man. That's the truth. Of course, I whooped a couple of heads when I was little. And beat people with sticks. And you know that
with sticks, sibling.
Yeah. This police came. The police is like, man, who you is? Walking tall. And they kept on throwing names. I'm calling you Stick. In the back of my mind, in the back of my head, I'm saying, I already know my name. I know what my name is. It was 2 occasions where one dude I left my car on and left the door open. I was serving, cluckhead. His brother's at the top. His brother like a Nino Brown. He cluckhead. He jump in my car and drive off for 10 minutes. So I got something in my car. I'm doing something out here. Do I dial 911? No, I don't dial 911. I wait for him to pull up, and when he pulled up, he was drinking beer. So he had to pee. He's like, he drunk 2 beers real fast and got out of the car and ran on the side of the house to go pee on the side of my mama's house. To go pee. I grabbed a stick. And it was a girl standing in Tickle Pink, my homeboy Red sister was standing outside. She said, no, you're gonna kill him. Man, I hit this dude everywhere, bro. I hit that nigga in the back of the head, under his feet. I probably hit him in the dick a couple times because he had his pants on his ankles. I fucked that dude up with the stick. And the laws came to the store the next day and like, yeah, we gonna call you this, we gonna call you that. I'm like, nah, I already got a nickname. I ain't gonna tell you what my nickname is. I already got a nickname. Yeah.
For sure.
It's been crazy though.
With the herb, man.
Yeah, herb wood. Wood, good weed. What you call good weed?
Yeah,
wood.
for sure.
You know what I'm saying
man.
in front of everybody? Hey, you got some good, you got some wood.
You got some trees, man.
Yeah, got some trees. Yeah. I used to. The coldest one. This is the last one. I'm through with my wood and my name. This is the last one, bruh. I used to pedal at 10. So my mom would give me money. Go get me something from what's the name down there, and I go get it. I'm like, okay, go take this to my mom. Okay, go take this to my mom. After a while, I done made me a plan. Okay, I'm gonna get this one for my mama, and I'm gonna get this one for me. Everybody in the hood love me. They give me 5, 10. I go to the store, go to the store, get this. After a while, I'm 10 years old. I'm peddling packs. So I'm skipping school. I figured out, I said, you know what? Every time I skip school, they see me. I'm so short, they see me, right? I start hiding in the tree. I'm in the tree like this, holding on to the branch, spinning my mind. Here you go. Pull myself back in the tree. Bro, I'm in front of my own house. I'm in front of my own house in the tree, bro, sitting up there 45 minutes at a time, bro. I see them cars come. I see them cop cars coming. Boom, run up the tree. I'm hiding in the tree. What's your name? Wood? What they gonna call you? What you is? And I was like, oh, there you go. I was like, oh, there you go. They gonna call you who you is. They gonna call you Wood. You sitting in the damn tree. But the cops will come looking by and they see all the grown-ups out there, but they'll never see me. My dumb ass sitting in the tree.
Hiding.
10 years old, 12 years old. Bad, man, just bad.
Life experiences, man, as you say, all of this year, all of that there has brought you to the place where you are now, man. Those experiences.
Oh yeah, it give me a like I said, I lived in the middle, had it all, had nothing, and it's who I am, bro. I embrace it. You know, God never puts you where you don't need to be.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
You just have to have the right. You have to have the right outlook. You have to have the right mindset.
So you talk a little bit more about your influences and your time spent with the legendary Street Military and the wicked Buddha Baby 3-2 Rising Paradise.
Man, rest in peace. 3-2. One love to Pharaoh. My dude Pharaoh is on lock right now. Daryl Burton, Pharaoh, one of the hardest artists I ever encountered. I got 7 brothers, you know what I'm saying? I got daddies, stepdaddies, uncles. I never want to be more like Pharaoh than anybody on earth. You know, some people you'll be like, I like them. I want to be like them, not I want to be them. No, it was at one point Pharaoh to the city of Houston was bigger than Scarface. And of course, you know, when you're, and you see it all the time, when you're multi-talented and you don't have the direction and the discipline, a lot of times things happen to you, you know, that really shouldn't have happened. But at the same time, you weren't having your own insurance. You know, you have to have your own insurance in life. And Pharaoh was, man, he could tongue twist, he could ramble, he could sing. See, my name is Wood. I call myself Woodrow. Like first, I already told you I took the wood from the hood, and then I added Dro. I added the Dro to my name because of Pharaoh. Okay. Zero's name is Zero.
Yes.
And there's a whole in Missouri City. Everyone in our hood put Ro on the end of their name. I got a producer, my homeboy from Half Dead organization, one of my other groups. He calls himself Smitty Rowe. My other partner calls himself Jeff Rowe. And everybody wanted to. Scarface and the Rap A Lot mob. They were the mob and they were huge. But no one in the city of Houston, not South Park Mexican, not the screwed up clique. Street Military had a following like no other because of one, they were real street, and 2, them fools was just like the military, bro. You don't want no trouble. We go to do a Street Military concert, and it's 100 of us. Everywhere goes 100 of us. You ain't gotta worry about selling that in the. It's 100 of us, and you know we got 3 or 4. Everybody got 3 or 4 carry-alongs, man, and it was a movement so huge, man. Street Military is before their time. I've seen a lot of people say that they were before their time because they were our NWA.
Yes.
Well, when I say we control the streets, they had a song called Kick Dough Burglars. Man, who raps about B&E, breaking entering? Who does that? And the Street Military had an image of not to be fucked with, man, and that was stronger than what Rap A Lot stood for because you know they're kind of old and laid back. And no, Street Military, we'll come pull up, turn the show out, then whoop y'all ass and leave. And we had a guy named Nut, R.I.P. Nut. Nut was he was a stunt man of Street Military. He didn't do no rapping, he didn't do no singing. This fool do 100 push-ups, 100, boom, 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 dive off stage. the crunk, all that stuff, the rock and roll bands do, the mosh pit, all that stuff. Man, this one dude do that by his band, R.I.P. Nut, man. Man, that boy would jump off of the stage, boom, and headbutt the ground.
What?
Jump off of the stage, boom, like he in a swimming pool, splash on the ground, get right back up, puffing and puffing, running around. Y'all don't want to fight. I'm the crunk man. And he just be running around like a wrestler in the wrestling ring with a wrestling ring, jumping off the ropes, doing cannonballs out the top of the speaker. This what he would do the whole show, bro. People didn't understand that because that wasn't rap. You know what I'm saying? That was mosh pit. That was rave type shit. Yeah, street military, they be having a rave. So a couple people walking around like Jimmy Hendrix with a headband with ass and all that. Yeah, that's what type of concert came out. And bro, like that was the thing about street military. They were doing party concerts, kind of like what my brothers were doing with the talent shows and the St. Mary's parties and stuff. They were doing parties, right? The street military do the concert every time. 20, 30 cop cars is going crazy, going ham. And I wanted to be Pharaoh. I had my first rap I wrote. We had three or four groups to mimic street military. My group was called Half Dead. First I had the H2O, hard to obtain. Then I had the Half Dead organization. Let me see how we used to throw it up. We used to throw it up like this: Half Dead organization, a H and a D. And we chose Half Dead. They chose Half Dead because you see what's going on. Like I say, keep saying RIP through these stories. Half of our friends are dead. Half of the good guys are gone.
Yeah.
So our organization was called Organization. Why do we call ourselves Half Dead Organization? Because the Killer Clan organization, street military, that's what they call Killer Clan. Street military. So we took the organization from them. We morphed. That street military had 4 rappers. Half Dead had 4 rappers. Then you had Faculty. Faculty had 4 rappers. Lil V, Waterboy, R.I.P. Malik, and Cook, Jonte Cook. They had 4 rappers, and we both were Faculty. They spell Faculty with 2 Ks. The Killer Clan is 2 Ks.
Yeah.
And they spell Faculty with 2 Ks, and we all mimicked our whole style. Waterboy rap just like Pharaoh. Woodrow, I like rap like Pharaoh. And man, it just imagine they doing 100,000. We come behind them doing 25 and 30,000. We fresh out of high school. We just 1 year out of high school.
Jeez.
And we was following street military, and they didn't have no blueprint. But you know, they end up getting a deal with Wild Pitch, and you know, KB and Flea had a couple albums, but their sound was like right before the street music came into, their sound was Houston more so than Scarface. Because Scarface, you know, they're getting beats from out of town people. Yeah. He was getting Seagram and other guys to write for him, write his lyrics for him.
Whoa.
Yeah, man, yeah.
Rise in Paradise, the great Seagram 69ville. You telling me that
R.I.P. my dude.
He wrote wrote for Scarface.
Yes.
Man.
Go listen to it. Why would he have a whole song on Scarface album? Help me break these motherfucking walls. Why would he have a whole song on the Scarface album?
Shit, man.
That was his contribution. That's all he get. Yeah, that's cool. Now I love Sieg, man. I hate that he passed, you know, and
legend.
His voice, you know. He like my homeboy Breed, you know, MC Breed, R.I.P. They got them voices, man. They're my dude. They got those voices, man. And Sieg was one of them smooth, laid back, slow floater. Like I like Messy Marv. I like Mozzie. The reason why I like those people because all of them sound like Seagram. Yes.
For sure, man. And as you mentioned, the great MC Breed, man, Rise in Paradise. So that brother, man, all very distinctive artists, very distinctive.
Yes. I left Screwed Up Click. I left the Click. I moved to Atlanta. I lived in Atlanta. You know, they got Kirkwood, Hurtwood. They got every wood in the world. So I was in Decatur, but I was living in Alpharetta and Marietta on the outskirts. I like to move. I'm a hood dude. I'm from Third Ward, but I like the suburbs because of the less bullshit you got to deal with.
Of course.
And I moved to Alpharetta. I stayed in Alpharetta 1 year. I stayed in Marietta another year. And I was running. Then I was running behind MC Breed. I was at his house in Kennesaw, Georgia, just watching him. I played dominoes. I be beating this dude. I'm beating. I know how to count. I'm not smart. Like I told you, I'm not real smart. I just got a good memory.
Mm-hmm.
So I count cards and I count dominoes. And that's like, because in Vegas, that's cheating, right?
Yeah.
So I count cards, I count dominoes. I know what you got in your hand. And I'm just smashing this dude. And this dude on the phone, talking to people, entertaining his whole house. And he looking at me, trying to figure out how I'm beating him. I'm trying to study you, dude. Right? These dominoes, they going to play themselves. I'm just trying to study that dude, man. But I set up under Breed. I set up under Papa Breed, Alpha Breed, MC Breed, T Double, T Short. Everybody moved to ATL, man. We all moved. Too Short moved down there. Eric Sherman moved down there. 8-Ball MJG moved down there. Pimp C got beat up down. Pimp C moved down there and got in the scrap. They ain't like us. They like us. They just like to screw up. They like us, but they don't like us. They like us enough to steal our shit. They don't like us enough to put them on though, to put us on, or we could put each other on. Yeah, man. Pimp C was getting into a whole bunch of shit. He had them glasses, so everybody thought he was a nerd. Man, he a street nigga, but And Pimp talked that trash, and he not gonna bite his lip for nobody. So.
No, he certainly isn't. And again, Rising Paradise.
Rest in peace.
You're mentioning all these fallen soldiers, sibling, man. You know what I mean?
I ran with them all, man. I bumped into them all, man. I rubbed elbows. They were on a record label. So my group H2O, we tried to go to Big Time Records, who Pimp C and Bun B was under.
Okay.
So we go in there, we take our demo. I got the 4-song demo that I put on a compilation. We take our demo.
Yeah, man, all good.
Yeah, man, and we ran into Big Time Russell Washington, the CEO of Big Time Records, and shit, we took on my CD. Well, it was a tape at that point, and we was rapping. He closed his eyes. He leaned back in the chair, pressed play. He told us to perform. He told us to perform, but the fool leaned back in the chair and closed his eyes. Now I'm 19 years old. This is my first time trying to do this type of, whatever this is. I didn't know what was going on. But the crazy thing was, he said, y'all don't look like y'all sound. And I was like, okay, cool. I wasn't coming up here to really talk to you anyway. I'm going one door down to Worldwide Entertainment, and they had a group called Lyrical Embassy. And that's how I got to the Arena Towers to get to the Big Time Records. So I went and talked to him, talked to Pimp. Bun B was like, yeah, I used to rap house. Pimp say, nah, man, country rap tunes, country. He didn't say country rap tunes, but he saying, man, now it's all about it. But Bun B actually used to rap hip hop also. And, after we did our little interview, he was like, yeah, I used to rap hip hop too. But Pimp C was like, man, get out of here with that, man. This Texas, man, this is what we do. And the crazy part was, I was like, man, he don't know nothing, man. We can get a Texas group can't rap hip hop. But you really think about it, that don't, you know what I'm saying? So we left. We went to Worldwide Entertainment, the next door, all in Arena Towers, and talked to what's his name, Kerry Douglas. And we talked to Kerry Douglas. He said he's gonna do this, that, and the other. All just, us trying to get to somewhere where we can have a format, a platform, a hub, so we can actually do music. And we were young, and shit, they had their guys, they had their main groups already, so that was kind of like, just a shot, airball. But after that, I ended up bumping into Pimp, and I just watched him change, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't changing into a bad thing. It took him a long time to actually become who he was, because a lot of people don't know he made the beats. He sing the hooks. A lot of people just think, oh, he just talking crazy on the rap and did it. That a lot of people don't know how actually talented he was, Hoes and chains and swinging things.
I know.
Everybody don't know that. Everybody think that's Big Mike, and Big Mike had a whole different type of other person do that. That's my dude. He write that hook. That one day you hear If he write that hook and he sing it or somebody else sing, it don't matter. And you know, that's what I learned. That's really what I learned from my dude, man.
Pimp,
But I
man.
didn't want to be like Pimp, you know. But I ain't gonna lie. My favorite song was the one they got sued. They got sued for a sample, and they used to go 1 motherfucker, 2 mother, 3 mother, man.
Yep, too hard to swallow.
Man, the original, bro. The original. See, this is why I say he didn't get to become who he was till too late. Cause that song was jamming harder than any other Houston song. Because I was playing that bit. I was playing that bit my ride every day.
Hey, sibling, I got that tape, man. I got that shit
Man.
on tape still.
Yeah, man. Yes, man.
That's what,
R.I.P. man.
yeah, man. That's what got me turned on to that UGK. We got that too hard to swallow, and the rest was history. What was it? Too hard to swallow. Then we missed the very first one. Was it Banned, the first album or something?
Yeah, that was their first album, and the crazy things, the people who own the song, I think some monks bought the song from someone, and they didn't pay for the sample, and they took all their stuff off the shelves. That was ridiculous, and that kind of stunted their growth, you know.
Majorly. So let's fast forward a little some now. So how do we get linked up with Straight Profit?
Oh man, I get linked up with Straight Profit the same way I got linked up to Half Dead Organization. Half Dead Organization, I got linked up the same way I got linked up with Straight Profit is through Charles Ray Grace. Rest in peace.
Rising Paradise. Yes, indeed.
That boy, also known as That Boy Grace.
Yep.
Or Mac Grace. Charles Ray Grace, man. I actually taught him how to rap. You know, I taught him, like I said, that album with Seagram on it, and we would listen to that whole album all day. We would break down, like I said, I broke down the stanzas in poems. I broke down the structure, the bars in poems, and that's how I learned how to write rap, because I stole the poetry. Yes. So I actually listened to Tears Came From Making This Dream. We would listen to this, we listen to their verse, and I tell this like I tell everybody, if you can rap the hell out of somebody else's shit, and you sit in your car and you rap that shit word for word, you can rap your own rap. Mm-hmm. You just gotta believe you can rap your own. A lot of people like, no. You rapping the whole thing word for word. You memorized it. So that's how I pushed Grace and told Grace, I'm like, bro, if you rap this dude, you can rap your own. And at first, Grace would like write like 1 bar, 2 bars, throw the paper out of paper. That's my dude, but that's that's how you do. Man, I ain't like this shit. I don't like this shit. And I taught him, 2 bars, 4 bars, boom, hook. You got 4-bar hook, 8-bar hook. You have a break, bridge, whatever. This is a 16. And by me telling him how much knowledge I had on a rap game, he introduced me to Half Dead Organization's producer, Smitty Rowe. And I'm fresh out of jail, outside. I think I had a monitor on my leg. And this fool told me, man, rap for these people. Rap for these people? I thought y'all was coming over here to chill and talk. And he like, nah, they're a rap group and they need you. They know how to rap and they got a group and he make beats, but they need you. I'm looking at Grace like, man, I got on flip-flops, shorts. I ain't had no shirt on. I was in the house, probably eating chips. And the crazy thing was I rapped a rap. And, I was in my Pharaoh. I was like, well, it's my return. I've been gone for too damn long. I'm in a different state of mind. Yeah, wood is in the zone. And the delivery, the rhyme pattern, and me trying to rap, like you hear my voice. I'm from the city. I'm not really country. And for me to try to turn my voice and rap country and sound like Pharaoh, well, it's my return. I've been gone for too damn long. Too damn long? Why did you say for too long? But I was trying to rap like Pharaoh, and that was a rap I rapped to them. And it was like, oh yeah, you in the group, you in the group. Man, matter of fact, you leader of the group. I'm like, bro, y'all already had a group. Y'all was already doing something. And it's just my energy and my, like I say, my brothers, all of my grooming, and everybody was just like, come on, man, we need you to do it. You know I do it. I'm like, I had a group before me. But, I was a kid. My father passed away. So I had Social Security money every month. Plus, you already know at 10 and 12 I was hustling. So okay, boom, I'm gonna pay for our demo. Boom, I'm gonna pay for our demo. I'm gonna pay for our studio time. And studio time was like $30 an hour. I pay for 10-hour block. 18, 19 years old, man. Got a job. I got a job working at a barbecue shack and going to school at TSU. But you know, I was investing in myself, and I wish I would have invested in myself more. Like I said, I was a better businessman then because I didn't have anyone to help me or do it, so I just made myself do it.
Yeah.
And Grace introduced me to Have Did organization. Then when me and Grace, we both went to jail and came back out. We all came home. He introduced me to Straight Profit with Den and Youngstar and Zero, Solo B. And of course, before then, Grace and Big Jet had reintroduced me to Screw because I knew Screw when I was in 9th grade, you know, because Telephone Road and the road to my street connect. The road like my school, Beverly Hills, school, Beverly Hills, 4 lights down, Telephone and Fuquay, where Screw was at the same years. And it's just like boom, boom. I just bump into every corner. It don't matter where God. That's why I say it don't matter where God puts you. You know, you just got to look at the good side. You got the negatives, you got the advantages and disadvantages, the pros and the cons. And Grayson reintroduced me to school. Like, man, I've been to school, man. School is high school. I used to ride my bike down there, you know. And it just came fruition, you know, that we had tried to actually turn our publishing company into grain. I call it Grainwood Music. It was gonna be Grace and Wood Music, and that's how close me and Grace were. That we were doing everything together. His album was called Crumbs to Bricks. I'm on 9 songs.
Yes.
And I wrote a few hooks. And on my album, he's on like 7 songs. And a lot of those songs, we didn't even know who album was gonna be on until we actually had albums. We was just doing stuff collectively. And Grace turned me on. You know, I always had the talent, but I'm like a people person. Now I'm, you know, like I said, I went through so much. I'm real laid back, and I'm trying to be sneaky. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's how that go.
But
Grace was a people person. He always brought everybody together.
Right. As you mentioned, those 2 albums when they came out, I mean, I think we pretty much over here in the UK, I think we got those albums pretty much at the same time, and there might have well just been a double album, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was
a very dope double album. Yes,
exactly, dope project, man. Both albums.
It's crazy. I taught him how to rap, and he introduced me to Dan and everybody. You know, I already had the people that I knew beforehand, but the latter part of my life, and everybody, Grace introduced me to him. You know, I'd be like I said, I was in the house. They riding around doing stuff. I was in the house. You know, I'll be trying to be sheltered. I'm a Cancer. I'm a crab, so you know.
Yeah. In that shell and shit, you know what I mean?
I feel my strength in my shell. You know, I feel out my shell. Then you know, the evil energies can get me.
For shiggity, man. Okay, all right. 2020. What are we doing musically wise?
Oh
what
man,
are we pushing, man?
2020, man. I started on a good note. I dropped a EP. I didn't drop a whole album called Best Thing Smoking. You know, and we go back to the good again. You know, I call myself the best thing smoking, and I said that my album is the best thing smoking, and I am the same product that I did as a hustler that I sold. I am that product, and I'm selling myself as the best thing smoking. And nobody smokes more weed than wood. I smoke like a forest fire. That's my project. I dropped a single called Time is Money, and I dropped it in March. And I dropped it 3 days after Corona hit. I didn't do it purposely, but I dropped it, and then the song was called Time is Money. Everybody like, man, you right on time with that. Man, it's crazy. People losing their job. People that never had money got money. People that always had money don't have their job no more. Man, oh man, that song's so true. And timely. I broke the hourglass. It was an hourglass in the video, and it was real thin in the middle. And somehow I put it in the bag, and we're leaving the exit from shooting. I dropped it on the ground. I didn't drop enough to shatter the glass, but it broke in the middle. So you got 2 hourglasses, and guess what? Half of the sand. I don't know if it was to the grain, half and half, but it was half and half. And they said that's an omen. They said that no one can stop time. And when I broke that that hourglass, the older lady that was with us said that it's an omen and I stopped time. And it seems like we've been on a downhill. That was March 27th. The corona came March 24th. And as we was on a downhill. My album was doing good. The video, I was on a local TV station here, Street Favor, ranked #1 the weeks it was up. And I was like, you know what? I guess since I stopped time, let's see if I can try to push and start it back. And I don't think I got my outcome that I wanted, but I ended up dropping Spaceships. It's a crazy fun video. I got calendar. I got Galaxy Girls. I'm gonna make a calendar. I got the calendar. It's gonna be a 2021 calendar with all the girls, the spaceship in it. Man, I had fun with this video, man. I really put my foot in it. I got a light man. I actually rented the venues. I bought all of the wardrobe. I did everything myself. I did like 13 jobs. Everybody like, man, when you gonna put your shiny suit on? And man, look, bro, I'm doing wardrobe. I'm making sure everybody's shoes lighting up. I got to get cars washed, moving cars in buildings, out of buildings. And I pushed myself and I overworked myself, but I got the outcome. A lot of people say, man, Wood, that's above and beyond just regular imagination. And I'm embracing it. Maybe I start doing movies,
Yeah, you seen your creativity, man.
My video was looking pretty cool.
Yeah, this is the first step, sibling. You know what I mean? You get your foot in the door, you get a taste for that there. You know what I mean? You put that craft
and
out
I
there.
go from the rapping, then I'll go from like I did as a kid. Oh, you rapping? You felt that? Yeah, I did the response. It's all about the response. It's all about the energy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm real big on vibrations and energy. So, maybe I'll morph into that because I'm actually getting better. I can look at a lot of guys' career and they're not progressing. A lot of them are degressing, if that's a word.
They're
degressing,
yeah, man. Devoluting.
If that's a word.
I hear your sentiments exactly, Sylvan. I hear it exactly. Okay. 2 more things before we round this build off.
All right.
Have you had fun today on this year build?
Oh man, yeah. This is what it's all about. Like you said earlier, man, and like I said also that a lot of people don't get to write their own story, man. And I swear I put it on my anus. Man. I'm gonna tell my own story. I'm gonna tell all my friends' story, and we just gonna embrace it all, man. We gonna make sure everybody that's not here, we gonna make sure their name keep living, and the people that are here, we gonna keep on repping this shit, bro. And that's on my mama and my daddy grave.
For sure.
Yes, Lord. I wouldn't even be here.
You already know the thing, sibling, man. Those two came together to create that one, which then produced yourself and your siblings. Them, you know what I'm talking about. So, honor thy mother and father, so thy days in the earth are long. Some wise words to live by, right here, mine.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Genuine and authentic, as only I can be.
Definite, mine. Definite. Very last one. I mean, we've pretty much went a lot of different places, man. And you've dropped some nice jewels and enlightened me in some places I had no idea. We know who you are, sibling. So tell me. So tell me who you are, but don't tell me your name.
I am the ambassador of the earth. I help the women, the kids, the old, the sick, the needy, and ain't nobody gonna pat me on the back, and ain't nobody gonna put $5 in my gravesite. And that's who I am, ambassador of the earth, Woodrow Lee.
For
Woodrow
sure.
Lee, 5-star general, and my phone blowing up.
I see that there, man. Salute, man. Every time, man. Yeah. Salute. Very lastly, how can the listeners and siblings then get hold of you? For all your social medias.
If you're a listener and you like my music, you can find me in the streets, Jack. No. Oh man, I'm not a social person or computer savvy, but I am on Facebook at Quentin Brown, and that's Quentin with a K, Quentin Wood Brown, and I'm on IG as SUC_Wood, And my Gmail is screwedupclickwood@gmail.com, and you spell it all the way out. And my music is online everywhere. I have EPs, I have screwed up mixtapes, 100-minute freestyles, all online. They're on Apple, Spotify, Napstar, any digital outlet you can find. The albums are Best Thing Smoking, The Greatest That Ever Did It, mixtape Too Rich for My Blood, mixtape Carlito's Way. Oh man, I just been busy, man. The last 3-4 years, I don't think there's anybody in the city outworked me besides the people that y'all get to see on TV, such as Don Tolliver, Toby, Lizzo, and Megan Thee Stallion. Those are the only people that have been working me. And guess what studio they went to? They followed me and went to Barron Studios. You know,
Yeah.
hey, you know, it is what it is. SUC has always been trendsetters. Big Mo, we created Cornbread's parking lot. We created a culture. You know, everywhere we go, every studio, we go to J2 studio, everybody go to J2. We go to Uptown, everybody going to Uptown. Everybody follows the clique. SUC is the heart of the city, and Screw is that heart. And I'm just a soldier playing my part.
For
No, to
shiggity.
my
Yeah. Couldn't have said it any better, man. Couldn't have said it
Yes,
any
sir.
better.
Hey, I got y'all go to my YouTube. My YouTube is Wood of the SUC. Go check out my video Spaceships, Time is Money, Sliding Down Scott, Young Storm Power Wall. Man, I got some pretty nice vids. I directed them all. And I'm trying to get Tyler Perry job. I ain't saying nothing about them funny folks. I ain't saying nothing about them funny folks. I'm trying to get Tyler Perry job. If that Jive Turkey can do it, I know I can do it. Hello.
Salute. 21 gun salute, sibling. I hear that most definitely. And I will put all the links below to the social medias, to the YouTube page.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
it's been a great build, man. I've really enjoyed it, man. You as I say, you've
Man, for honor and a pleasure, fam.
definite, man, definite. Make sure you go over, subscribe, reach out to the brother if you're looking for some features. If you're looking for, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
I know that that's flowing, man. The brother Wood's gonna, you know, he's still got some heavy artillery in the backpack, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I never. A lot of people. I see a lot of people rush and do music. Man, I put a song on Facebook and show you me in the studio with a song on Facebook and won't put it out for 5 years because I know the quality. You know, I know the quality of what I'm cooking. I'm a great cook, so you
Yes,
know, I don't believe in that rushing and because you get it fast, you lose it fast. You know, when you get it in the end, you win. And I've been here for the long haul.
definite, man. Comment, like, subscribe, share. Peace.